In this video, we're going to be checking out the TCL 10 5G UW. This device is one of the latest mid-range smartphones from TCL, and it is being offered at Verizon Wireless for $399. Now, one of the things that makes this phone especially noteworthy is that at the moment, it is one of the most affordable 5G phones being offered by Verizon. Now, this device does support both Verizon's 5G ultra-wideband network, and it also supports their newly launched Sub-6 5G network. Now, you can see right now, I do currently have a connection to the actual 5G network itself. We'll be doing a speed test later on in the video. And then one final thing I want to mention too, for full disclosure, TCL did send this phone out to me to cover here on the channel. However, all opinions expressed in this video and future videos about the phone are completely my own. But before we get into more details about the phone itself, let's take a closer look at everything that comes included here in the box. So this is the box that the phone does come in. You can see right here, TCL 10 5G UW. Here's what the back of the box looks like. Let's see what all we get. First thing we have here is this packet. And in the packet itself, we do have a quick reference guide for the phone. And we also have the SIM card removal tool. Getting further into the box here, we do have two other compartments. So we have a USB-C cable for charging and data transfer, and we have an 18-watt USB wall adapter. Now with this device, we're getting a large 6.53-inch display. The display itself is IPS LCD at 1080p. We're getting a PPI of 395. We're getting a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, so the same aspect ratio as the Pixel 5. And we're getting an 83.6% screen to body ratio. But in general, I think the display is nice looking. It does seem a bit more reflective than maybe some other displays that I've used from other devices in the past. And I do have the brightness at 100% right now. Now with this device, we do have a hole punch for the front-facing camera, and the front-facing camera itself is 16 megapixels. Now with this phone, we're getting 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and we're also getting microSD card expansion. Now there's no wireless charging with the phone, but we do have a fingerprint sensor on the back. Let's give that a try right now. And that's very quick. In addition to that, we also get Face Unlock with this phone too, so you do have multiple options to access your device while also keeping it secure. Now on the back of the phone, we have a triple camera setup. The main camera with this phone is 48 megapixels. We also have an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and then finally a 5 megapixel macro camera. Now here's how things look with the main camera. Then from here we can switch over to the ultra wide. And you can see that we're able to fit a lot more content into the frame. You're also getting portrait mode with both the front and rear cameras here in the phone. And then we're able to switch over to the front-facing camera and get those nice blurred out backgrounds as well. And then you can go over to the More tab and access different things like the super macro camera, for example. And then you're able to get up very close and still get very good detail. Here's some of the other options in the camera app. And you can see we also do have a dedicated high pixel mode. And there's also a high pixel mode, so you're able to take photos at the full 48 megapixels. Now internally here with the device, we're getting 6 gigabytes of RAM and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G. Now the 765G is the same processor that comes in the Pixel 5, so it is very impressive that we're able to get that same processor here with this phone from TCL, despite it being $300 cheaper. Now I do want to point out that this phone does have 2 less gigabytes of RAM compared to the Pixel 5. But I did run a benchmark test with this device using the Geekbench 5 app, and I got a single core score of 615, and a multi-core score of 1939. So what I recommend doing is running the same test on your current phone, and then compare your scores to these scores to see if this phone is actually going to be a performance upgrade for you. But in general, I think this phone is very fairly priced, considering that we are getting the Snapdragon 765G. I really have no complaints when it comes to the pricing. Now, video recording with this phone maxes out at 4K at 30 FPS using the rear camera, and 1080p at 30 FPS using the front camera. Now with the device, we're getting a 4,500 milliamp hour internal battery, and with that, we're getting 18-watt fast charging. Now, according to TCL, you're actually able to recharge the phone from 0 to 50% in just 37 minutes. So that definitely is very impressive. Now, at the time of me recording this video, we do have Android 10 here as the software. And then also, with this phone, we are getting NFC. One shortcoming though, and it does make sense, considering the price tag of the phone, is that we're not getting any sort of water resistance or dust proofing with it. But now that we've gone over the major specifications of the TCL 10 5G UW, let's take a closer look at the hardware. Now, I already talked quite a bit about the front panel here. You can see that we do have that hole punch for the front-facing camera, situated off to the upper left, which is fine. We do have a little bit of a thicker bezel on the bottom, and that is due to the phone having an LCD display. You do need a little bit of extra bezel space next to the display, but in general, I think it looks nice, especially for its price range. Now with this phone, we do have an all plastic build, minus the display itself, which is of course glass. On the left side of the phone, we do have the slot for the microSD card and SIM card. Then on the right of the phone, we have the power button and volume up and volume down. Then on the top of the phone, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack and the noise canceling microphone. And then on the bottom of the device, we have the speaker, microphone, and the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. And then on the back of the phone, we have the TCL logo, we have the Verizon 5G logo, we have the fingerprint sensor, and then the camera module with the dual flash. But I hope you enjoyed this quick, hands-on, and first impressions video with the TCL 10 5G Definitely let me know what you think about the phone in the comment section below, and if you have any specific suggestions for comparisons that I can make, or other videos just about this phone. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.